Hello everyone and welcome to today's video, and today we are going to be discussing every single 2026 LEGO leak and rumor that we have so far. So with 2025 coming to a close, we only have 3 more sets that we need to be revealed, that being the $1,000 UCS Death Star, the Death Star's gift with purchase, which is expected to be a small TIE Fighter model, and then some sort of holiday set that is expected to be about $80. The 2 rumors going around is that it may be a Gingerbread TIE Advanced or a Gingerbread AT-AT, so we really don't know. But it is supposed to be some sort of gingerbread-themed Star Wars thing. But once those 3 sets are revealed, the next big release day we have is going to be January 1st of 2026. And we have already had a lot of 2026 sets rumored. Now, remember, these are all rumors, which means they may not happen. These aren't confirmed leaks, and nothing's really confirmed officially until LEGO releases it on their website or whatever. But as far as we know, these are all of the rumors we have, and based on 2025, a lot of the rumors we have do come true. But as I said, these may not happen. They may change. Anything is possible. But without further wait, let's go ahead and dive right into some very exciting set rumors. So starting off with January here, this is the wave where we have had like the longest, these sets leaked for the longest, at least some of them. So starting off here, we have set 75423, the Mandalorian Speeder Bike. This is supposed to be $10 and is expected to include 2 minifigures, and the Mandalorian minifigure in this is expected to be the same as the UCS Razor Crest, and then it will obviously have the small Grogu, and then this is supposed to be based off of the TV show, not the movie. And then it makes sense that they're making this because it is supposed to pair perfectly with our next rumor, which is 75437, Cobb Vanth Speeder Bike. This is expected to be $35, which does seem a little overpriced for a speeder. So it is expected to have at least 2 minifigures. We are expecting an Armored Cobb Vanth and a Cad Bane. There may be another one. But as far as the build goes, this might include another bit of like Tatooine scenery. It might include a Tusken Raider hut, or some sort of building from the town that Cobb Vanth protects. So it really could be anything, but I feel like $35 for just a speeder is a little overpriced. And then moving on here, we have 75440, the Midi scale AT-AT for $65. This set obviously won't have any minifigures because none of the Midi scale sets do. But this is actually unique because the Midi scale lineup is really the Starship collection. We've had the Home One, the Star Destroyer, Acclimator, Invisible Hand, all those, they've all been starships. So now LEGO's kind of breaking what they said they would do and building a vehicle. So this may be like a subline of Midi scale. It could be the vehicle collection. So it will be very interesting what this looks like. And then we have another Midi scale set with 75441, the Midi scale Venator for $80. This is expected to be in the same size range as the Super Star Destroyer, and this will obviously not have any minifigures either, and it will most likely probably pair nicely with the Invisible Hand and Acclimators, which we do have out, although I do think it is kind of strange that they released the Acclimator this year, and then they're going to do a Venator the very next year. I do think that's a little strange, but it is nice to get the Venator in Midi scale form. And then next up we have 75443, the 4+ Grogu's Homestead. Now the name in this is misleading. It is most likely just going to be a buildable Grogu. It probably will be around the size of the Grogu that was in the pram, but it'll probably be a little smaller and some bulkier pieces since it is a 4+ set. And then we have the Shock Trooper mech for $15, set 75448. This will obviously have a Shock Trooper minifigure. We don't know if they will remove the helmet holes or just keep it like it is. But it is kind of nice that we are going to get a mech in January, and then we may get one in June like we've been happening. But the main thing about this that excites me is that LEGO is looking to make clones into their in their mechs, So we could have things like a Commander Gree or a Kashyyyk Trooper or a Wolfpack Trooper, 212th, really any of the clone battalions. So it is definitely nice. And then on to our next thing here, we have 75449, the Siege of Mandalore Battle Pack. This is expected to have 4 minifigures, 2 of the 3 32nd Troopers, and then 2 of the Maul Mandalorians. We don't really know what the build in this would be. I feel like it's probably going to be like a little bit of like some cannons or speeders from both sides, some small stuff, nothing super big, but it is nice that we are getting the return of these Maul Mandalorian Super Commandos. That'll definitely be nice. And then moving on to our next thing here, we have set 75452, the buildable BB-8 for $90. This will obviously have a BB-8 minifigure, and it is supposed to scale well with the R2-D2, C-3PO chopper, and all those that we have right now to give us a nice consistent lineup with the buildable character collection. And then these next 3 here for January are a little confusing, so these may be in March or May potentially. But first off, we have set 30727, the TIE Advanced Polybag for $5. It will obviously have no minifigures. And then next up we have 2 rumors that have been talked about a lot lately, and the first one is set 75423, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing for $100. This is the set that is expected to have the new smart brick, which will allow the build to like vibrate, make noise, have lights and stuff. My prediction for this set is 4 minifigures. I feel like the only way they can make this thing worth $100 is make it big and include a Luke with dual molded legs, R2-D2 with the back printing, a exclusive Yoda from Dagobah, and then a Force Ghost Obi-Wan. I feel like that would be cool if LEGO gave it like a Dagobah, Cloud City, like Empire Strikes Back style box art, and included the Force Ghost Obi-Wan so you could remake the scene where Luke is leaving and Yoda and Obi-Wan are talking. I feel like that would be really cool and really help sell this $100 price point. But then the next rumor is probably one of the most exciting so far, and that is 75421, Darth Vader's TIE Advanced for $70. I'm very excited for this one. I think this will look really cool. It is expected to have, well, it will definitely have a Darth Vader minifigure, and I think it will have 2 others, that being a Grand Moff Tarkin, the same one from the $1,000 Death Star, and then probably a Stormtrooper. I don't think they would include Tarkin and Yularen or Tarkin Krennic or like 2 officers. It's probably going to be Tarkin and then a Stormtrooper, Navy Trooper, some sort of standard trooper that we've definitely gotten a lot of. But that is it for the January wave based off the list that I have. And then getting into March here, we do still have 4 sets that are expected to release in March, and a polybag not included in those 4. And originally it was the X-Wing and the TIE Advanced, and 2 other rumors were going to be in March, but those have split to January and May. So now we have set 30728, which is a polybag. It is going to be $5. Probably won't have minifigures. A lot of people and me are probably expecting this to be a X-Wing, which would mean it would pair well with the TIE Advanced polybag in January, or this polybag may just turn out to be the TIE Advanced and we might just get 1. And then our next set here is 75420, 6+ for $40. When I looked at this, I actually realized that this is around the like $40 to $45 price range, which is the same that the Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor was this past January. And we got the new Force Burner Snowspeeder back in August. So my prediction for this set is that it will be a standard normal Empire Strikes Back Snowspeeder. They're just going to flop this windscreen piece onto it, and then it will be $10 less than this Force Burner Snowspeeder, because it'll probably just include 2 pilots and then none of the speeders and stuff. It'll just be the ship. But if LEGO is nice, they might give us like a Snow Trooper or a Hoth Luke or a Hoth Rebel Trooper. But I feel like a Snow Speeder is definitely potential with this set, especially because of the new windscreen piece. And then our next set here is going to be set 75422 with 8+ for $70. So this is the same price range as the U-Wing and the ARC 170 and the V19. So I feel like this also has a possibility to be a Starfighter. So I'm thinking this could be a TIE Striker for the 10th anniversary of Rogue One. I feel like if they downsized it, they could easily make one for this $70 price range. But it also could be any other starfighter from any other show, but I just feel like this would be a good chance for LEGO to give fans at least a Rogue One set for the 10th anniversary. But speaking of Rogue One 10th anniversary, we also have the set 75424 7 Plus for $50. Now, I am expecting this to be the Brickhead multi-pack. Now, I know that usually comes out in May. However, we do not have a $50 set in May. So I'm thinking that this could be it. And I feel like they should they should definitely make these Rogue One Brickheads. They could make it just all heroes. They could do Jyn Erso and or Blaze, Chirrut, and K2SO. Or if they want to stick with the heroes and villains like they did with Revenge of the Sith, I feel like they could do Jyn, Cassian, K2SO, Krennic, and a Death Trooper. I feel like that would be a really cool lineup, and it would definitely please a lot of fans and give them something for the 10th anniversary of Rogue One like they've been asking for. And then last up here for March, we have set 75425 8 Plus for $80. I have absolutely no clue what this is. I mean, I can't really think of anything that's been $80 in the past couple years. I mean, it might be a small buildable character. It really could be anything. It could be a scenery thing. But with this rumor, let me know what you think about what it could be in the comments down below. I could be missing something, but as far as I know, that is all of the stuff for March. And obviously, these are all just my predictions. These aren't the official rumors. So, this may not happen. Any of them might not happen. And then next up here, we get into May, and for May, we do not have the entire wave leaked, but we do have some pretty nice sets. So starting off with 75438, we have the Yoda bust, and this, along with the next rumor, was originally rumored to come out in March, but from the list I have, it got moved down to May, and I do think that is nice. May the 4th is supposed to be like the happy time for Star Wars. And I do think a Yoda bust and then Darth Vader bust is the next rumor. I do think those are some nice May the 4th sets. So this Yoda bust is supposed to be $50 and include one minifigure, that being Yoda. And it's supposed to be similar to the Marvel busts that we got this year. And I do know that those were rather overpriced, at least that's what most people were saying. So I'm hoping that this doesn't really carry over into Star Wars. And then next up, we do have set 75439, the Darth Vader bust for $60, and then this will also include a Darth Vader minifigure. And then next up in May, we have set 75444. It doesn't say anything on this list or in any rumors. We just know it is supposed to be $45, and this is starting to sound like the 327th Battle Pack, so people are starting to theorize that this may be a Wolfpack Battle Pack, and I think that this has potential to be that. I mean, we've apparently been having rumors that there was going to be a Wolfpack set in 2026, so this does make sense that it would be it. This is like the last Clone Legion LEGO needs to make with the modern clones. So this set is just supposed to be $45, that's all we know, but my prediction is it will be this Wolfpack Battle Pack, and it will probably have 4 Wolfpack Troopers, and then, like, I'm hoping they don't repeat the 327th Battle Pack and they give us, like, 5 Wolfpack Troopers and then, like, 5 droids and some really decent builds, but knowing LEGO, that probably won't work out. And then next up here we have set 75445 from the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. This is supposed to be a 9 plus set for $75. I don't really know what this could be. I mean, we can't really think about anything from the Mando and Grogu movie until we have the trailer. I mean, there is a leaked trailer, but there's only a few things that we can see from that, and we already do have some sets rumors, which I will get to here in a moment. But I don't really know what this could be. Like I said with the other one, comment down below what you think it could be, and because I might just be missing something. But then next up here we have the Razor Crest for $130. I do not remember the set number on this one. I'm predicting it'll have at least 4 minifigures. It will probably have the Mandalorian and Grogu. In the leaked trailer, there's like a rebel officer lady who seems like she recruits the Mandalorian. She might be in it. and then there might be some like bad guys that the Mandalorian fights. I don't know. We can't really establish anything until we see the trailer. And then next up here, we have probably my favorite set rumor out of all of them, next to the TIE. Well, the TIE Advance is next to this one, and that is the AT-AT for $150. This is supposed to be based off of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Now, with this Razor Crest and this AT-AT, I just want to point out that on the list it does not officially say that, but these rumors have been floating around, and we are just matching up the rumors to the price points here. So this may not happen, but this AT-AT is supposed to look like the AT-AT in Rebels. And if you find the leaked trailer, there's like so many versions of it on YouTube, you'll probably see it. But I'm predicting this will at least have the Mandalorian, 2 AT-AT pilots, the commander of the AT-AT, and then probably around 3 snowtroopers. 4 would be nice, but knowing LEGO, we will probably only get 3. But then that is it for the May wave of rumors right now. The one thing we're really missing out on here is the potential for another Brickhead, and then the UCS set for May. And then last up here, we have 3 sets that we don't, have no clue what they're going to be. We have set 75459 for 14 plus. We don't know how much it's going to be. Then we have set 75460 8 plus. This is expected to be from the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, but the price is also unknown. And then last up here, we have set 75461 12 plus, also from the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, but also price unknown. And then just for those of you who are curious about it, this is the list that I found all of these leaks from. This was on the Reddit page, so I do give credit to this person for all of this information. I am glad that we got all the leaks in one big list. But those are all of the 2026 LEGO Star Wars leaks that we have so far, at least as of when I am recording this video. But like I said, these are all just rumors and leaks. None of this is confirmed, and even if there is a confirmed leak, nothing's really official until LEGO posts on lego.com the pictures of the set. So take this all with a grain of salt. This may not happen. This may change. Prices, sets, minifigs, all of it may change. But as of this moment, these are all of the 2026 rumors. So please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let me know down in the comment section below what you think of these 2026 rumors, and then make sure you tune in for the next one.